Japanese trick for studying when you have zero motivation. You ever open your laptop, stare at your homework, and suddenly feel physically tired? Like, not sleepy, just drained. You check the time. You scroll for 5 minutes. It's been an hour. Now you feel guilty, and somehow even less motivated than before. If that's you, I need you to hear this. You are not lazy. Your brain is overwhelmed. And there's a small Japanese trick that completely changed how I study on days when I have zero motivation. Not hype yourself up. Not just be disciplined. It's way simpler than that. And it works especially well when you feel like doing absolutely nothing. First, why motivation disappears. Before the trick, let's talk about what's actually happening. Most of us think, I'm not motivated, so I can't start. But that's backwards. Motivation usually comes after you start. The real problem? Your brain sees the task as too big. Study for 3 hours, finish the whole chapter, write the entire essay. That feels heavy, so your brain protects you by avoiding it. It's not weakness, it's energy management. And this is where the Japanese trick comes in. The trick. Kaizen microstart. In Japan, there's a philosophy called Kaizen. It means continuous small improvement. Instead of forcing huge effort, you reduce the task until it feels almost too easy. And here's the rule. Start so small it feels stupid. Not 1 hour, not 30 minutes, not even 10. Start with 1 minute. Yes, 1. And before you roll your eyes, stay with me. Because this is where it gets interesting. Step 1. Lower the entry barrier to 0. Let's say you need to study biology. Instead of saying, I'm going to study for 2 hours, you say, I'm going to open my notes and read 1 sentence. That's it. No pressure, no timer, no commitment beyond that. Your brain doesn't resist small things. It resists threats. And read 1 sentence doesn't feel threatening. Most of the time, you keep going. But even if you don't, you still won. Because you broke inertia. And inertia is the real enemy. Step 2. The 5-minute flow rule. Here's what usually happens. You read 1 sentence, then maybe another. Then 5 minutes pass. Now you're in motion. And something shifts. Not hype, not motivation. Just momentum. And momentum is more powerful than motivation. The Japanese approach focuses on protecting that momentum. So instead of asking, do I feel motivated? You ask, can I continue for 1 more minute? That's it, 1 more minute. This removes pressure, and pressure is what kills consistency. Let me be real with you. There were days I didn't want to study at all. Burnout weeks, exam season, that weird phase where you feel behind everyone else. On those days, the grind harder advice made me feel worse. So I tried this. 1 page, 1 question, 1 paragraph, and some days, I only did 10 to 15 minutes total, but that 15 minutes saved me from a 0. And zeros are dangerous, because once you start stacking 0 days, your identity shifts. You start thinking, I'm just not disciplined. No, you just needed a smaller starting line. Step 3. Make it visible. This part is underrated. After you finish your tiny session, put a small check mark somewhere. Calendar, notes app, sticky note on your wall. It sounds basic, but visually seeing progress activates reward chemicals in your brain. Now your brain starts associating studying with completion instead of stress. And that changes everything long term. You're not chasing motivation anymore. You're building proof. Step 4. Separate energy from effort. Some days you're high energy. Some days you're at 20%. Instead of forcing the same workload daily, match your study intensity to your energy. Low energy day? Do review. Flashcards. Light reading. High energy day? Do practice problems. Essays. Deep work. The Japanese productivity mindset isn't about pushing hard every day. It's about consistency over intensity. That's how you avoid burnout. The hidden shift. Here's the deeper thing most people miss. When you lower the task, you remove fear of failure. Because it's hard to fail at one sentence. And once fear disappears, action becomes easier. So the real trick isn't productivity. It's psychological safety. You create an environment where starting feels safe. And starting is 80% of the battle. Quick reset formula when you're really stuck. If you're completely frozen, do this. 1. Stand up. 2. Take one deep breath. 3. Say out loud, just 1 minute. 4. Open the material. 5. Do the smallest possible action. No music change, no dramatic routine, no waiting for inspiration. Just 1 minute. That's it. And here's the truth. You don't need more motivation. You need fewer barriers. The students who seem disciplined, they just reduced friction better than everyone else. They don't rely on feelings. They rely on systems that feel easy to enter. And Kaizen, the micro start, is one of the simplest systems you can use. Especially on the days when you feel like doing nothing. Let's make this practical tonight. Don't promise yourself 3 hours. Don't plan the perfect comeback. Just open your work and do 1 minute. If you stop after 1 minute, fine. But I promise you, most of the time, you won't. And that tiny shift, done consistently, that's how you quietly become the person who always gets things done. Not through hype, through small starts. If this helped you even a little, try it tonight. Seriously. 1 minute. Let's stop waiting to feel ready. Let's just begin, and we'll level up together.